Alright, hey guys, we're back here in the dark to talk about the X-T3 autofocus system in low light versus the X-T2. Alright, so as you can see, I'm standing here in the pitch black. What's illuminating me right now is the torch on my phone, and behind me, that scene is being illuminated at ISO 12800, f2.8, 1/48th of a second on the XH1. So let's do a couple of tests. As you can see, we've got a fairly low contrast scene behind us over here and a fairly high contrast scene, despite both being quite dark. So we'll see how the autofocus on the X-T2 fares against the X-T3, and we're going to use two lenses, and one of those is the 16-55 f2.8 and the other one is the 35mm 1.4. So let's dive in and see how they compare. Alright guys, so as you can see, the X-T2 shows a little bit more hunting than the X-T3, and that's probably down to the fact that the X-T2 has that -1 EV rating, whereas the X-T3 has the -3 EV rating. And I wanted to test that center column of bricks because it was quite dark and there was really no contrast there, just to see if either of them would catch on, and both of them managed to catch focus a couple of times in there. The one thing that I really noticed out of this was that the X-T3 tends to lock on a little bit more confidently, where there's a bit of contrast on the edges, so regardless of whether it was dark or whether it was the bright windows against the sky there, it managed to lock on really quickly with both, whereas the X-T2 tended to hunt a little bit on the door frame. So either way, I think they're both very good. During my testing of sort of real-world use, playing with the X-T3 at corporate events, I found that it tends to be a little bit more confident in locking onto these sort of low contrast situations, which just makes my job a little bit easier. So although this is not a comprehensive test, it does give you one example for sort of how well each of these is able to focus. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll have a full review out next week, so please subscribe below, hit that thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and leave a comment if there's anything else you'd like to know in the full review. Cheers!